What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my Godzilla and Marvel comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Godzilla Infinity Roar, issue number 1. This is a continuation of Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. That went for 5 issues, and at the end of that thing, we had Godzilla catapulted into space to another planet to be somebody else's problem. And that's when Knull came in at the very end, was like, I've got a job for you, Godzilla, or maybe we can help each other out in some capacity. And basically, Godzilla has been kind of infused with various symbiotes, and Knull knows he can't defeat Godzilla per se, but basically what he's doing is he's letting Godzilla loose on different places, and in doing so, unleashing hell, destroying worlds, and just kind of taking, the bodies and all that, just doing things for his own benefit. He's conquering the universe using Godzilla as his pawn in a way. Then he just kind of stands in the shadow of Godzilla, lets Godzilla loose, destroys some stuff, and then moves on to the next place. The first place he does is like Wakanda in space, and basically this gets word to the Avengers and X-Men and everyone else, the whole intergalactic planets society or whatever they're called. This one is written by Jerry Dugan, and artists are Javier Guerin and Iguara, I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologize if I messed this thing up. But yeah, so we get symbiote Godzilla destroying like a Wakanda in space, whatever it's called. What is the name of it? It's the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. Okay, that's the name of it. Sorry. I don't read as many Marvel comic books as I do DC, so some of the names escape me at times, but I do know a good chunk of the characters in that. But symbiote Godzilla unleashing hell is pretty awesome. Black Bolt was there too, and he opens his mouth and seemingly stops Godzilla, but by affecting the symbiotes and then just kind of blasting him from his body, from his abilities, and that seemingly is okay right there, but Godzilla gets back up and just is unleashing absolute hell. I mean, the combination of Godzilla and Knull is a pretty dangerous one, but even Knull knows he can't really control Godzilla forever, but he can use him to his advantage and just let him loose because he's a being of like destruction and such. So and then some of the people of this intergalactic planet group or whatever are really frustrated with what Knull's doing, and they hate Earth and all that, but then the Avengers and everyone else kind of comes in and lets them all know, okay, we understood Godzilla's not been neutralized. Let's get some people involved to try and stop him. And that's where the Guardians of the Galaxy come in. They invade Knull's ship, but then they're kind of taken out by some like symbiote worm weird looking thing that's consuming stuff. And then Odin gets word of Godzilla on Asgard and the World Tree and all that, and he's getting ready to unleash hell against them. And then of course meanwhile, in deep space, the Fantastic Four realizes they're kind of out of options, so they go to the one being in the universe they know that's going to be, that they think they'll probably stop Godzilla, but it's a very risky maneuver, and that's when they go and meet Galactus, and it's like, so, you want to try eating a lizard? I understand they're a delicacy on some worlds. So Galactus is like, maybe I can consume the power of Godzilla in a way. I would love for Godzilla to just annihilate Galactus in the next issue or something. I think that would be pretty fun. But it does leave on a pretty interesting cliffhanger right there. So artwork from start to finish is really good, and I do like how we get the consequences of Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe carrying over into this one, where beforehand it's like, okay, we couldn't defeat Godzilla in all these different ways. He's just everyone's problem, which is pretty fun, I suppose, in that too. I like how he just when Doctor Strange banished him to whatever dimension it was, and he just annoyed Dormammu for this whole time, and he's like, okay, good God, enough, I can't take this anymore. And then he's like, your problem now. And then they shoot him off into space, and they think, okay, he's off on another planet, we're pretty good, he's isolated, he'll survive, but he won't harm anyone else. No. Now the consequences are Knull has him, and it's gonna go all across the universe and then come back to Earth and bite you all in the ass. Now fueled by the power of the symbiotes. So pretty much no matter where you go, Godzilla's destroying everything, and it is a lot of fun. And my God, this is a beautiful looking comic book from start to finish. I really enjoyed the first series, and I think this is a pretty strong start for this one. It is kind of funny seeing how ridiculously OP they continue to make Godzilla in this thing, but I'm having fun. Godzilla is one of my favorite characters, obviously, in all media and everything, and I just enjoy this series. I enjoyed the last one. I enjoyed this one quite a bit too, because it's just fun. It's fun to see Godzilla cross over with various Marvel characters and just unleash absolute hell, and just seeing how many crazy scenarios he can kind of get out of and cause more problems for everybody else. So that's the appeal to this thing. I thought it was fun. Is it as good as the first series? I mean, we're only one issue. It's basically just continuing right where that one left off. But now that we're kind of off in the cosmos of Marvel, we're incorporating those elements, and I'm keen to see how Galactus is going to factor in with Knull and all that too. Godzilla's obviously got to kill Knull at some point in this series. It's inevitably going to happen because villains or whatever, people eventually turn on their masters in some sort of way, and I think that's going to happen with Knull in this series at some point. Not to say that he's Godzilla's full master. He's kind of like giving him what he wants, causing destruction and all that, and taking advantage of him while kind of walking in his shadow, like right behind him as he does so. But it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. Like, you can't expect to just get away from this scot-free, because villains always get some sort of comeuppance. Like, for the most part, the karma will come and bite him in the ass, and I would love to see Godzilla just blow him up. Same with Galactus too. You know, just destroy all of them. I think that's what I want to see, if they find a way to do so. But anyways, if you read Godzilla Infinity Roar issue number 1, what did you think of it? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. I'm catching up on some comic book videos right now. I want to get this one out there. I also have Starship Godzilla that I got as well, so check those videos out, and I got a few more left between now and this weekend I want to catch up on, but my goal is to catch up on all sorts of comic book videos, so look forward to all that stuff. But this one first, and then Starship Godzilla afterwards, so because that one was actually like from the week prior before this. I just decided to record this one first. I was like, oh, I got this one done, let's talk about it. So yeah, but anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.